Everyone, which is basically probably no one, maybe one person in 10 years finds this by scouring through searches on YouTube and who was this? So although I have both Fallouts running, as I explained in my last video, I'm not going to keep switching the video part. We'll be able to hear, or should be able to hear, the one in the background, but I'm not going to like feature it on screen anymore because it's just too annoying to have to go switch that toggle on and off, and I don't really care to find a way to get around that for now. But I am going to log her in via Steam Link. You should be able to hear, hopefully that's working and we can hear her. You can see that she's online, so I'm going to join her. I bring her on first because, again, her camp is right at the train station, and there are sometimes already people there. And I have this theory that it will try to find a server instance that it can place the camp. It doesn't try very hard, but through experience and testing and just seeing it over and over again, it log her in first. Well, no, it didn't work this time. If I log her in first, more often than not, it finds that I can get there and not have contention for the location. But this time it didn't work, so that made a liar out of me. I'll log in. Joining her again. Dropping frames all of a sudden. Okay, it stopped. I think it might be I'm logging in through Fallout 76 and it locks up the... It's not well written. Something happened when it moved from Bethesda launcher to Steam launcher, and now it's not super great. Okay, so she's logged in. And I'm on the wrong character here. So, little backstory here. You can see that he has these weapons. This is my main character. I need to repair that one. But he has what's called Secret Service armor. So, if I were to remove the descriptor here, it would look like this. Secret Service armor. Now, what's nice about Secret Service armor, it has really high resist for physical damage, ballistic damage, energy resistance, and nuclear resistance or radiation resistance. And I can make those, all the pieces, at the armor workbench right here. Right? So it used to be that when you would make these, it would create them automatically as a 1, 2, or 3-star legendary item with random affixes, which is how I got all of these. I actually crafted these myself. So this one, for example, crafted and landed on Unyielding Intelligence Secret Agents, which is really, really good. I can't tell you how many hundreds of these I made before they were all both unyielding with intellect as the second stat, which gives me an experience boost, and then some other third thing, like here is Sentinels, which is also very good. This one is weapon weight reduction, which is called Arms Keepers. So many I made to get these just right. And I also have Troubleshooters ones, which is great resistance against robot damage from robots, which I will swap these over to these 5 pieces when I am fighting in like the robot arena, or if I'm going across the little river here, or the stream, to go fight robots over here at Dire Chemical, which is this place over here. So normally I just keep it unyielding for the XP, or for the XP buff and the stats buff. I like having my specials up high, It's generally a good idea. Makes you more versatile, makes you more durable, makes you be able to carry more. Your shots are more precise at distance. You are luckier, with your VATS criticals. It consumes less of the bar, as I showed before. Just so many advantages to having high specials. So I generally run with my unyielding armor. So the problem is, only this character and only Bryn, who's the character logged in on my other account, have the Secret Service armor, because it used to take a lot of work to get it, like a lot of work. You had to do all these dailies every day for like 2 months, and then they were very expensive to buy. Since then, that was like 4 years ago, right? Since then, they've made it a little bit easier to get. You only have to be able to acquire gold bullion, which I made sure that all my characters could do that now. I spent like all weekend doing that, running them through a series of quest chains. Let me get away from all these noisy things. I don't want to hear the NPCs yelling at me. Took them through a long series of quest chains that begin the moment you leave Vault 76, and they culminate with being able to go to Vault, I can never remember, is it 79? I keep thinking it's 97. Vault 79, and buying the plans, which I'll go show you right now. I'm going to go there now. Let's go ahead and create a casual team here while I'm thinking about it. Okay. You basically had to do a long quest chain, and that would unlock this elevator, ultimately. Once you unlock this elevator, you can come back here anytime you want without having to go through that whole rigmarole. It was like a long quest chain that took hours and hours and hours, initially, many hours. I got it down to about 3 hours the other day on my final character. So this is Vault 79. See all the gold bullion stacked in there? I'm gonna grab that little fan. So you can
hold your hand on an assignment.
Okay, dude.
I'm not your mama.
No, you're not my mama. We need to find Regs. He's the one that sells all the plans. I think he's over here. I could have just turned left. That's Mercy. Here's Regs. Okay, so if I trade gold bullion, you can see all the plans. Okay, stop talking to me. You're interrupting. So, I can buy. This is a skin for a backpack that makes it look like something I'm not interested. So there's a set of gear called Brotherhood Recon. So these are all the variations that you can add to the arms, the chest, and so forth. If we keep going down, we can see the ones that I already bought on this character, which is my main. So many plans, and they've added more over time. You can see all the modifications that can be done to the various Secret Service pieces. I wasn't interested in any of those, but I did buy the ones I was interested in.
Live by rules.
Okay, Regs.
Seems to have forgotten that.
Jeez, there's a lot. They've added more over time. So I was interested in the Hellcat power armor for a while. I didn't end up doing anything with it because I got the Union power armor, which in my opinion is better. I tried the plasma caster, the pepper shaker, not impressed. But I did like the Secret Service armor. So to buy a Secret Service chest piece, $12.50 here. This is the plans to build it, right?
But we just call it Peter.
The jetpack lets you add the jetpack to the Secret Service chest, which is very nice. This is to build the left arm, left leg, right arm, right leg, and then various other things that you can buy that let you augment it. So, like if I look at my Secret Service armor right now, you can see that it's unyielding, intelligence, durability. Those are the legendary effects. But then I, using those plans, added buttressed and deep-pocketed, which raises the damage resist from 40 to 53 for each of those, and then brings my carry weight up to 10. And I'll be right back. I have to go do something. One moment. Okay, that was one of those, oh shit, and then you do it moments. Meaning shit. So I was like holding it and like, okay, I better go take care of this before I have an accident. No accident, everything's good. So anyway, that's all about the Secret Service armor. Now, it's probably the best non-power armor in the game. I also have power armor. This is my Union power armor right here. Very, very nice, but I'm not really into power armor that much. You can see it has very good stats. That took a while to build. Let's see here. But I prefer this. It's just less headachy, for lack of a better way of explaining it. You don't have to keep getting into and out of the power armor to do things. Like, if I want to craft something, I have to get out of the power armor. If I want to do this, I have to get out of the power armor. It's just noisy, cumbersome, very powerful, very durable, keeps you protected, and that's when I use it, when I need maximum protection. But for most things that I do, 99% of the time, my Secret Service armor is more than enough. So, where's this all going? So I have Secret Service armor capability to be crafted on this character. I can craft it on my main alt, or my alt main, which is the character on my other account that's sort of like the head of that account, the one that I sort of pair up with the most. She's the one that gives me the buff here. See, her name is Bright here, and she's what is it? Serendipity buff. So I don't have to slot it myself. Frees up 3 slots over here under luck. So, and also we both share strange in numbers, and we're both mutated, so he gains extra benefits from that as well. Having her on the team makes him better. That's the easiest way to say it. So whenever possible, I try to have them both online together, and they're paired up. So those are my main and my alt main. Now I have 8 other characters. In fact, I'll show them to you after I teleport back to my water chill here. And a friend of mine asked, why do you have so many characters? I'm like, well, it started out as a way to like get caps, because you can only vend so much to a vendor, one of the vendor bots, only 1,400 caps per day, usually, unless there's a special event going on, like there was last week. It doubled that to 2,800. So you can only make caps so quickly if you just have one character. Well, I have a character on each account, so I can make 2,800 a day if I need caps. And there are things that you need caps for. You need them to buy various things. Like, there are many plans in the games that use caps as the currency to buy them. And Gold Bullion, as I'm going to show you, requires caps to buy it. So let's go do that. So one of the things about this is that, here, let me focus on getting back into the game here. So one of the goals was to have more characters so that I could offload, consumables and extra things that I couldn't sell fast enough because the vendor would just run out of caps, right? He only has 1,400 to offer for the day. So he would run out, so I'm like, well, shit, I've got all this extra crap to unload for more caps. So what am I going to do? Well, I'll just trade it off to other characters and let them vend it for the day. And so that was good. And I need to go change one setting on my stove. I'll be right back.
Need some new clothes. I'm getting really muddy.
Oh, that's fine. She's not going to be on for long. I'm cooking ribs in the oven, so I had to go make sure that the temperature doesn't go above 200. So this is Patches. Oh wow, that was strange. Oh, that character must have thrown a thing on it, a Molotov cocktail or something. Okay, so this is what she looks like. This is Patches. This was a character on the main account that I created to play with my sister and a friend, because they wanted to see the game as well. So I was like, hey, let's just play together. So I created this character, and we leveled together, and it was a lot of fun, and they enjoyed the game, and they built their camps and had a good old time. They also got Secret Service armor at my recommendation with jetpacks and loved it. So all good, great fun. So what are we going to do now? We are going to go buy more gold. Like I said, all 10 characters now can buy gold bullion using caps. So hopefully this works as a non-team leader. Sometimes it borks out. Sometimes it borks out even as the team leader. To fix it, you just go out and come back in, and it should reset the NPC. So the NPC is up here.
You can never have enough gold. Even if I run out, more always arrives the next week. Each week,
Yep,
I'm
he's
gonna
bugged
price
out.
supply.
What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to create a private server. That way I don't have to contend with any of these interferences that are going on. I won't be distracted with other players. So while that's logging in, I'm going to get on my second character, my second account, and watch the screen, and it says Bree main menu on my little like a social menu that comes up on the right hand side of the screen. Here, I'll show you what it looks like. But is that going to do it? Fallout B video. There we go. I had to move up above. Okay, so, ooh, you know what I can do then? If I just have both of these going, I'll just hide that one. So see, it says private. So now I can just join him. Yes. All right, let's try this again.
You can come right over, friend.
There we go.
Well,
Yes,
friend,
I want to
how
buy gold
interested
bullion.
Are you?
Alrighty. So now she's 6,000 caps poorer, but 300 gold richer. And if I hit K and arrow to the right, you can see she has 1477 gold bullion. My goal to get all 10 characters their Secret Service armor with jetpacks and the buttressed mod and the ultralight mod is going to take about 8 weeks to do. They're going to just buy gold every week, 300 gold, and I have it all laid out in a spreadsheet, and it's going to be real simple and just very straightforward, so all good. My other character's on. I'm actually going to log her out because I need another character to buy gold bullion. That character, and I'll show it to you here. So we'll quit, go to main menu. My main character is being attacked. Okay, I'm going to log her out. Right now you're looking at my second account, I think, right? Yeah, you're looking at my second account. So I'm going to log in my first account to my third character. And now the second account is on the second character. Convoluted, I know, after a while. Okay, now she's going to go to the Wayward. Do the same thing, gonna just buy gold. This is gonna get really tedious. I have 8 characters buying gold now. This is something you can do only once per week. It resets on Tuesday at like the vendor reset time, which is 1 p.m. my time, Eastern.
If the Scorched or the Ferals don't get you, the rats will.
So she should have the correct amount. Yeah, 2,200 is the correct amount for this week. So any character that is at 2,200 or higher is doing exactly what they need to be doing. So Patches needs some.
Looks like it might rain later.
Okay, shut up, NPC. Okay, now we're on Larry. Let me swap over to Larry. This is Larry on my main account. So he's going to go over to the Wayward. Those footsteps are Brill on this other account. I guess I won't team them up, that way they don't have to fight for who's leader, who's not leader, and potentially borking the instance so that Smiley doesn't talk to us properly.
You genuine
There we
gold
go.
bullion. Well, friend, how it?
I'm very interested. Give me all 300. 2,200 or more. Excellent. Alright, so we're going to go back to my station. I'm going to log her out. This should be Brill, right?
It's just about time to eat. The soil is pretty worthless.
Okay, I'm swapping characters on my alt account. I'm just gonna park him here for a moment because you can see she has she's low on caps. She needs to gain more caps, but she has 1937 bullion, so she'll have 2237 here in a moment. So number ones are done, number twos are done. This is the second of the number threes. You know, third character of each account. I'm trying to systematize this so I don't mess up and miss something. Okay. She should have 2200 now. Yep, 2237. Alright. Send her back home. Okay, now I'm going to log out of the main account, back to the main menu. I'm going to log her out, go back to the main menu. Going to choose the next character. On the main account, and Bridia. Nope, not Bridia, Olive. In my head, I remember who's who. It can be confusing sometimes. All right. I'm going to send her, whoops, to the Wayward. I will send my main account to the Wayward. They'll meet up there and say hi. That weird looking robot there is because of the ESP mod that shows me where robots are. Hey, hello there, dude. Well, it's a girl, but we can call her dude, I guess. So we're going to bring this character. on the other screen now. And they each have their own instance, so they won't see each other in here. Interiors like this that require you going through a door are always instanced. And this instance is borked, so we'll go back out. Hitting E, 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 and he wouldn't respond.
You genuine
There we go.
gold. I know. With all this,
Alright, so I'm going to send this character back to their home base.
all that gear and
So-
all set.
4A is finished. Now to do 4B. Or B4. Account B, character number 4. There we go. I'm interested.
Oh, I hate this misty, foggy crap.
2222. Alright. Now it is extra work, but I'm also going to have to vend. Extra work to bounce between characters, rather than just doing it now. I just sort of want to make sure I get this part finished before I forget about it. Okay, so now the last character is going to log in from my main account. Let me get rid of these robots. Okay, now she's going to log out. Okay, main account's logging in. Okay, this is the main account you're seeing. So again, we're going to the Wayward. I do have a camp there, but and now I'm on the second account and also going to go to the Wayward. So they're going to wave at each other. Hi. Where's the other one? Hello, buddy. So there's one character in. Now let's see if this instance is working.
You
Yay!
hell. I understand.
Whoops.
You
Wrong
look
choice.
like you- Don't I? Well,
And 2217. Alright, so this goes back to Charleston State. I'm in the same place. It's just easier to systematize things across characters so you don't have to think as much. Okay, good. So this is the last character to buy gold. 6,000 caps. Excellent. Back to our home base. And being attacked by robots, right?
Those raiders come snooping around.
Or no.
Gonna regret it.
Ghouls. How ghoulish. Fight off some robots here real quick on my second account. One thing that happens in Fallout 76 is when you first log in, it's like there's a high chance that your camp will be attacked by enemies. And then it used to be more often, but they've reduced that. But now it's like maybe once an hour after you log in, they'll get attacked. But right away, like, you know, camp appears, begin an event, which is attack camp. And so you'll have some enemies spawn, like four of them usually, nearby. Okay, dude, shut up. Shut up.
Really need to clean up around here.
And so they'll attack your camp, and they're usually really easy to fight off. Okay, so I'm gonna sell some things here. Second account's under attack from one last robot. Come on, dude. I'm gonna bring this character to the vendor at the Morgantown station, just like this character on my main account. Both at the vendor.
Down here. face the wasteland without the
So you can see I can only sell 1,400 worth. So like if I sell, you know, this Rad-X diluted, some stim packs, I'll sell these stim packs, glowing blood, psycho. You can see the amount that they have to pay me for these items goes down, right? Make sure I'm on my vendor one.
available.
See this? I have this card equipped. So prices are better. So I want to keep all that stuff. Beer, possum, ramen burgers. I just want to sell all this stuff. Mostly I want to sell 2 of these first.
Now trading for
They're 500 each,
supplies
so that eats up a lot of that
and gear.
fast. So now I just clean it up a bit with these smaller items. I'm gonna hold on to the dog food because that's you can sell that, or not sell it. You can consume that for the either a daily or a weekly.
And equipment.
Just gonna clean this up a little bit. Let's keep all but. Let's sell all but 20. Sell all but 5. Sell
If you
all but
have
20.
supplies to trade, I can be of service.
We'll crunch that instead of sell it. Okay, this looks pretty good. I don't want to sell it. I don't want to sell these items to the vendor. Anything in the case that I can sell? I can sell the frag grenade. I can sell the card.
Be sure to stock up while you can.
Now this is the main account, so I'm going to scrap that and then log out. This is the last character. Boy, that is annoying thing. Here, I'll show you what I'm doing. This is my other character. So, gonna sell 2 of these for 500 each. That eats up a lot of the things, and that's probably all I'm gonna get because he doesn't really. I don't think this is Barry on the second account. I don't think he has very many other things to sell, which is fine, or things that I would want to sell. Sadly, you know, it'd be nice if it were 1,500 per day, because I could just sell 3 of those, and that would be done. It would just eat up all of that. But since it's only 6,000 caps, I only need to replenish 6,000 caps worth from the vendor per week per character, and I could just sell 2 mutation serums per day for 6 days and have that all back. So it's not that big a deal. Okay, so let's see here. It's funny. Primary, main alt, second, third, fourth, fifth. It's interesting how it orders it after you log out and back in. You know, it always puts the most recently logged one at the top. So I can just sort of choose from the bottom there. Okay, character has to come back in. So the same thing here. I'm looking at the same thing. I have to go in and I'm logging into patches now. I'm going to do the same thing all over again with these 2 characters. I'm just going to vend anything that's in their inventory that I don't want, starting with 2 mutation serums, which sell for 500 each. It's just a real easy way to bang out a huge amount of that 1,400 in one shot. And my ribs are at 200 degrees, perfectly in the center. Nice. The ambient temperature in the little foil wrapper that they're in on the little pan is 202. I have a Bluetooth meat thermometer. Oh, shut up, dude.
Just love songs. Don't
I really need to change those
be
vendors.
sure to stock
Okay.
up while you can.
You're hearing both games, by the way. Okay, let me switch this to utility. which has my hard bargain card. Alright, so anything I can sell... Oh, yes. Tell you what, let's get rid of those 2 mutation serums first.
Welcome, citizens. I am
Alright.
authorized to trade supplies.
Now this character is the food and drink character. So I have mules, right? I have various characters, and
other supplies available here.
let me take this other character away. Okay, so we're not hearing 2 bots talking at us. So I explained one of the reasons I have 2 accounts is to basically get rid of all these items that I don't need and get caps for them. The other reason is as mules for various things. So like this is a mule that carries all of my food items. So you can see she has a bunch of stuff here that she's carrying. That's because I was leveling up her I was doing public events on her and the other characters to get them to a minimum gold bullion level using... There's a thing that you get from public events that you can trade for gold bullion. It's like 2, 3, 4, or 5 per event. And so because of that, they have a bunch of legendary items that I need to eventually pass on to Bridge so he can either crunch them or give them to the alt main so that she can vend them for legendary script. But this character is a mule, and she carries all of the food items. So, like, if there's a score daily or a score weekly that says, you know, drink 5 Oak Hollow lagers, I'd be like, oh, I know who has those. So I can pop into this character, give 5 of them to the main, give 5 to the alt main, and then they can each drink those and be done with that one. So it's just a way of organizing and preparing for various things. The other thing is, let's say that I want to have, what would be another good example? Oh yeah, let's say I want to make a bunch of buff food. Well, this character has tons of pepper, tons of spices. She's carrying a ton of cola if I need to make nuka grenades. You can see I have a ton of dog food for the daily. Uh-oh. The wife just texted, what's she want? What's she want? Oh, she sent me a receipt. Yay, happy thumbs up on the receipt. Let's go back to my thermometer app. Okay. If I want to make more things with sugar, this character has sugar. Like I had to offload when I was leveling, doing all those gold bullion farming. I offloaded the salt, cranberry, twist, sugar, and sugar bombs. Lots of radiated sugar bombs. These took a while to collect. You can only get like, you know, maybe a handful every time you log in. So every time I would log in, I would run around, grab sugar bombs from known locations, and just stockpile them because you use these to make brain bombs. These guys right up here, which are the best int food that an herbivore can eat. Okay, so enough about that. So I have mules for food. I have another mule for aid items. I have a mule for cores, which is under the ammo section. I have a mule for plans, which are under the notes section. Actually, the alt main is the plan mule, so that's kind of nice. So what else can I sell here real quick? I don't want to sell any of this, so she's done selling. She'll just deal with however much she has right now. Okay, so take her back to her place. So this is number 2 on this account. Back to the other account. There we go. Ooh, Dangerous Pastimes is a good event. I saw that notification pop up. Okay, so swap to utility, and we're going to sell to...
Stock up now while supplies are available.
I think she put them, she put them in the bank because she needed to offload to make room for stuff. This character is is this Patches? Yeah, Patches. So this used to be the character that I would make ammunition on because I was starved for legendary perks when they first came out. So I actually created this character or I relegated this character to the Ammo Factory Legendary perk so that she could make ammo for all the other characters. But now that the main has most of his cards are rank 4. So if I need more ammo, I'll just swap out one, like follow through or whatever it is now, and I'll put in Ammo Factory and then create a shit ton of ammo and then swap the card back. No big deal. Okay, so there's that.
If you have supplies to trade, I can be
Nope,
of
keep
service.
that. I don't use meat. I got tons of royal jelly. Used to be hard to get, but now it's easy to get. I'll keep the stim pack. She's sort of stim pack starved, isn't she? Alright, so she's done. Okay, so that's number 2 for each account. Has talked to the vendor, has vended all that they can vend. So we're going to go to number 3 on each account. Ray on account 1, and Bridia on account 2. So we'll do Larry first, so you can see it. Can vend some of this water. See, they don't have jetpacks, and their gear is all sort of like a mismatch of. Fortunately, it's all unyielding because I sort of would collect a bunch of unyielding armor, but you can see the damage resist doesn't have any radiation. This one's like really pathetic. 40-25 or 40-20, 25-20. I put that together just so they could level up more efficiently. Ooh, this is nice. I like that. Okay, so let's get rid of... Does he have... That's weird. I don't know why they're moving so slow. I'll worry about it later. So we're going to sell 2 serums.
Authorized to trade supplies and equipment.
And then... I don't use any of these other things. So they're fair game. I'll sell just a few of those. I might need those.
Welcome,
see here.
citizen. I am authorized.
This is just
to
stuff I
trade
collected
supplies.
while doing the series of quests to get the to unlock the what's it? The gold bullion. All right. So this guy's caught. Why moving? What's the character? What's the keybind for that? Controls. Toggle always run X. That's weird. Why would that be bound at all? I would never want that. Strange. Okay. That's this guy done. So 3 is done on the main account. Now let's swap to the alt. And we'll sell on number 3 on the alt account. Utility. Notice I have everything set up the same way, so muscle memory kicks in, and I can just... Oh yeah, this is where I've been collecting all these extra serums that I don't need. Let's see here. And this character doesn't have anything more to sell, or that I would want to sell, which is sad. I'll have to juggle around some caps to buff her back up on caps. Ooh, actually, no, I could sell water. She probably has tons of water I can sell. I'm hitting E to take from each of these water coolers. They basically just generate purified water over time, but they can each only hold 2. take the canned coffee. I'll take some cake. Oh yeah, that's profitable. I'll sell 4 of these. I can get more easily because it just generates more at that one thing. I'll hold on to the stim packs just in case. You ever know when you need to pop a stim pack to survive. So number 3 and number 3 are done. Every other character. And we're going to go to Brill. It's very confusing, I know. Very similar names. There's a Brill on each account. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have named them like, you know, with the first letter, you know, starting with A for all of them, and then on the other account B with all of them, or A, B, C, D, and then, you know, something like N, O, P, Q to sort of differentiate and set them apart in different places in the alphabet, but I wasn't thinking at the time. If I was allowed to rename them, I would. Maybe I can do that.
Oh, need some new clothes.
I would almost buy a rename ability from the Atom shop if I could. Okay, let's grab any new items that have been generated. I can vend these when I run out of the main things. Okay, so are you Ross? No, I'm not Ross. I can sell all this shit. So I'll go to my utility. Notice it's always in the same place. Command tab equal.
Requisitions.
Or
now
tab T
available.
equal. Alright, so did I keep them in here? Yes, I did. Good. I keep mentats because I use those to make berry mentats.
Stock up now while supplies are available.
Basically just sell most of this shit. I don't need any of it.
Requisitions now available.
There we go. Okay, so this is number 3 on the main account, right? Yep. Or no, sorry, this is number 4 on the main account. And now I count and choose Olive, who is the number 4.
Now that people have come back to this area, they'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation.
Okay, now that she's in, I'm going to log out of number 4 on the main account. Swap to utility. Let's see, does she have it all ready to go?
The wasteland without the
Yes. Oh. Huh. She's a little bit low on the, Why is that? What's going on with her? She has... Oh. I saved that wrong. Hard bargain. Shift equal. There we go. Now it should be correct. Okay, this is the mule that carries all the grenades. You can see my frag grenades, my nuker grenades. Olive is the grenade lady. Whoops. Did they break that? Here, let me fix this. Janice, play. It used to give you more of a grace period. Like, it's a private world, so only the person that has the subscription, the Fallout First subscription, is allowed on the private world. Or if you're on their friends list, which you have to request being a friend and accept it. It's not just anyone can be your friend. It's a two-way exchange. Now I'm on the private server again. Then I can be on the server. And it used to be you had about 20 minutes to be on that server until it would kick you off if the main owner of that private server logged out. But they must have changed that. Okay, that's enough for now. So this is Olive, right? Yeah, this is Olive. She's the grenade mule. She can carry so much of that because she has this perk right here. Explosives weigh 90% less. Alright, so I'm going to swap to Barry will be next. And my main account is right here.
It's hard work.
And this
making a
character
living
is
out here.
Janice. She's the 5th on the account. Yeah, I know. It's a lot to keep track of. It's easier when I'm not trying to talk and explain. I could just sort of do it in my head without thinking too hard. But now I'm like, okay, don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. I'm talking. I'm explaining.
You hear the one about the drum set that fell off the roof?
But just grabbing those in case I want to vend them. Okay, so let's check and make sure that
If you have
hard bargain.
supplies to
This
trade,
card right
I
there
can
is
be
what I want.
of service.
Oh, right, because I already did this on the last character. Right, that was what I first did, was I vended on the last character. Yes. Okay, so because of that, let's try the first character. Character, bridge, play. So let me go to the last character. I think I did that too. So Barry, play, private. Sure, I did the last character first. So I did all the gold bullion, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on both accounts. Then I did the caps on number 5s on both accounts, and I forgot that I did that. So let's just double check Barry and make sure that he can't sell anymore. I'm doing that in the background. You can't see it, but I think I'm good here. And yes, the vendor has almost no caps left. So I'm going to log back over to Bryn, who's the main character on the alt account. Character Bryn. The music in this game is quite relaxing. It's one of the first things that sold me on the game. I was expecting it to be all rock and roll and heavy metal all the time. You know, no, it's very tranquil. It's like Oblivion in a lot of ways. Okay, so now I'm going to go on utility and let's join up. So teleport. I just based accounts here so I could join up together as a public group with an int buff. I'm checking the vendor on Bryn, and there's 1,400 available, so I'm going to quickly I need to unload all this crap, so I'm just going to unload a bunch of crap that's been accumulating. I don't want to sell those. God, why does it do that?
There must be more junk around here.
Here, I'm gonna go grab. Does she not have? Oh, she doesn't have. She doesn't have a bunch of things to sell. Well, I won't worry about it right now because she's high enough that I don't have to do it right now. I'll do it later. She doesn't have any serums to sell, basically.
Do not
She has a
worry,
bunch of other shit to sell.
I will
It won't be
take
it won't be enough to make up the
care of
difference,
you.
but it's enough to, put a dent in that 1400. I mean, it might be. I have a ton of meat here to sell. Yeah, it might actually exhaust their caps. Impressive. Most impressive. Oh, let's get rid of the bullshit ones first.
Why do they keep assigning these weapons? How are they gonna make night without more combat rotations?
Yeah, that was all the shit that I collected to do the weekly and the daily for yesterday. The score.
Your
You can see there's a new one today
solid mold.
up here. You can see I mostly finished the weekly. I did all these things yesterday after I stopped streaming. It was just too much to keep in my brain to like explain what I was doing, explain why I was doing it, and then keep track of where I had to go to do all those things. I did have to look a couple of them up, but most of them I already knew where to go. Alright, so let's check bridge real quick. Did I already vend on him yet? Yes, I started to.
Resupply here, citizen. Be sure to stock up while you can.
Again, I picked a lot of brain fungus for that, for the weekly.
Now trading for supplies, ammunition, and gear.
There. Now I'm at 0 caps available on the vendor. And, okay. I have done. Comes to my gold for the week and my caps for Tuesday. Now, the vendors are all going to reset in about 21 minutes. It's 12:39 p.m. It's just after noon. The dailies have reset, as you can see here. See, daily. I'm going to track this on my main. I did all of these. Again, this is my main account. The other account did it too. And currently, my score is being boosted by not just 25%, which is the default if you've completed the season journey, but by another 25% by using a score booster. So those will last for another 3.5 hours or so. You can see use 3H there. That tells me I have about a little more than 3 hours left for these numbers to be 2250, for this to be 1500, and for these to be what they are here. They'll go back down by a certain amount in about 3 hours. So I want to knock these out, but I also want to talk to the vendor again in about 20 minutes and cycle through all the characters again and sell up to 1400 gold, 1400 caps worth of things. And oh my gosh, those ribs smell good. Oh my gosh. I have a new thermometer. I sound like such a spaz because I feel like I feel compelled to like fill the air with speech. So I bought a Thermomaven P2. Not advertising, but if you want to sponsor me, right? And so I'm looking at my phone, and I can see that the ribs that I'm cooking, baby back ribs, are 198 degrees internal, which you might think, holy shit, that's high. You're only supposed to cook pork to 140 or whatever it is. No, I want them to sit at 200 for hours so they become like fall off the bone tender. And right now I have them wrapped in foil on a, like, I have a metal pan that's a little bit wider than the baby back ribs are long. It's lined with foil on the bottom, liquid smoke with water on the bottom. Then there's a grill that sits inside of that pan that lifts the whatever's sitting on the grill about 3/4 of an inch, half an inch above whatever's at the bottom of the pan, which is the liquid smoke and foil, to keep the pan from getting gooked up. And then the ribs were basted by the store. I just bought them already basted. But then I also added my own rub made with onion powder, paprika, salt, pepper, a little bit of MSG, some brown sugar, some mustard powder, some tomato powder, and just sort of liberally sprinkled that on top, patted it in, right? And then I cover the whole thing with foil to seal it all in, and then I put it in the oven, set it to 275, and when it came up to about 180 internal meat temperature, which I can see on my phone, because it's basically a Bluetooth thermometer. It's insane tech. I love it. So I went in there and turned the oven down to 200, and now the meat is just sitting at 198.2. The ambient temperature of the knob of the transmitter, it's because it's a transmitter, it's got a little battery in there. I don't know how it survives these temperatures, but it has a little battery in there, and it sends out a signal, and it tells me that the ambient temperature inside that chamber is 197.6, at least where the head of that thermometer is. You can look up Thermomaven P2, that's the one I have. I'm just using one sensor, and that's it. And I'm just going to let it sit there all day at 198.2 or whatever that is, and I'm basically figuring out if I need to compensate for anything with my oven, and it doesn't look like I don't. Looks like I went right to the temperature, and it's holding steady, so all good. And it smells amazing. Okay, so what am I doing here? I'm waiting until 1 for the vendors to reset. So what can I do? Let's look at Brighting. She needs some serums to sell, right? Because she doesn't have any in her stash box. Right. Okay. Some real quick on the main. He has all the things. Wrong place.
Why'd I haul this stuff all the way out
He's
here?
over here.
I haven't seen any other Brotherhood out this way.
She does that when I swap characters because it's weird. She goes, wah! And butts with her weapon. Okay, more electrical air. Let's make about 16 of those. Drop them on the ground. There we go. Now she can sell those for 500 caps each. As many as she needs to sell. At some point, I will siphon all of the legendary gear that was earned by all the various characters while I was getting their gold bullion up to 1900-ish. I'll siphon those via this character here back over to Bree, or I might just like bounce between the characters on the second account and just hand them directly to him. Well, actually, what I do is I come over here to this old doctor case here and just dump things in there, and then he goes and picks them up. I basically just have him parked. They're both parked here. They're both looking at it. Dump, dump, dump. Swap over. Of course, he's already sitting here looking at it, right? So they both see the same thing, doctor bag, and then take and transfer. On her, I'll just open up, I'll just do R for transfer, and then on the left, I'll show you. Or on her, right. So then I'll dump in, you know, like, let's say, you know, several legendary pieces. I'll hit spacebar, spacebar, spacebar. They'll go over to the right-hand side, and that means they're in the case. It's over to him. This. And he'll see those appear over here, and I'll just hit R to take all, and then it'll go boom, and they'll appear in his inventory. And then he can either crunch them to try to learn the recipes to make the different legendary affixes, or he'll just, like, if it's something I want to keep, I'll put it in the stash, but usually I'll only pass over the ones that he can learn, and I'll show you the ones that he knows. He's learned a lot. He can make all of these. And if it appears here, he can make it. It's great because he currently is missing one of the reagents, but I can get those pretty easily. I'm still missing a few that I really want. Like, I would love the weapon weight one called I forget what it's called. Something arms, I think. I really want the anti-armor one. What else? I've got a... People are doing the lawn. Okay, I want the anti-armor one. I want the chameleon one, which is a 1-star. I would like instigating. I would really want quad. And vampires. For 2 stars, I want agility, poisoners, and vats enhanced, which I don't have. For 3-star, I would really like to collect agility, arms keepers, that's it, for the weapon weight reduction, endurance, intelligence, lightweight, sentinels, which is the one where you can stand still to reduce damage taken, strength, and vats optimized. I would love all of them, of course, but those are the ones I really want first, if I can get them. So I basically, if a piece of gear has anything that I need in any of the slots, like if I look at my case here, I have lots of weapons here that I don't want to crunch because I need to use them, like this instigating one. I could crunch this to try to learn instigating, and I would also have a chance at learning nimble. I already know rapid, so that would be a bust. That would be a waste. So what I'm looking for are weapons where I don't know at least one of the things. So vampires, I don't know. Do I know crippling? Yes, I already know crippling. So this would still be a candidate to crunch because I don't know vampires. What's another example? This one's bloodied. I know bloodied, I know rapid. This would be a bad candidate to crunch. A bloodied cremator. I don't need it for that. I don't need it for vital, but I could crunch this for lucky, and so forth. But I'm holding off doing those because these are still somewhat precious to me for various reasons, so I don't want to crunch them. I think I might have uses for them, and the same thing for these particular pieces of Secret Service armor. .SS means Secret Service to me. So like I have this aristocrats, but I really have it for the poisoners and the sentinels. So you can see 75% chance to reduce damage by 15% while not moving, and poison resistance. Why might those be useful? Well, if you're in a public event and there are creatures spewing poisons like anglers, this might be nice to equip, to just have a set of unyielding poisoners, sentinels, right? Because I can always replace the aristocrats with unyielding. So if I can collect enough of the sentinel gear, see I have 2 more here and a 3rd one here. So unfortunately I have left arm, left arm, left arm. But I have right leg here. And I have chest. So really I just need right arm and right leg of sentinels. And then I'll have 5 sentinel pieces. and 2 of them have poison resist. That's what the plus PR means in my codes. So I'd only need to add poison resist to this one and this one. No, sorry. Where is it? And this one. And then I could keep overeaters, which is also another really valuable thing, where as long as my hunger and thirst meters are full, which I try to do all the time, then you take 30% less damage with 5 pieces. So if you add the Sentinel buff, which is 75% chance to reduce damage by 75% with 5 pieces, then you have another 30% damage reduction. They're not additive, they're multiplicative. So you just take 100 minus whatever and multiply it together. It ends up being like a 90% damage reduction, or well, not 90. Like what's 30% of 25? I can't math. 8.333. So 8.3 plus 75 is 83.3% damage reduction if you're not moving, which is insanely good, right? And that's off the top. Something hits you, it has to pass through that first, and then all the other calculations are taken into effect. It's amazing. It's just like godly. It's like having power armor almost, except for the fact that power armor has a secondary initial damage check that things like radiation damage has to pass through. So power armor has like a 90% damage reduction. I don't know if it's to all effects, but it's definitely to radiation, which is why power armor is so good in radiation areas, like when someone's dropped a nuke. It's just 90% damage reduction right off the top, and then any other effects that you might have are off of that last 10% damage taken. Okay, so enough descriptions there. Let's get ready to vend again, because the vendors are going to reset. So I'm swapping to my vending loadout. Other character over. Yes, I was showing the right thing. I just thought, what if I was on the wrong character trying to show you all those things? Okay, so I have both characters waiting.
I am authorized
Busy,
to
so I'll
trade
her.
supplies and
Again, that
equipment.
when she does that bash, it's when I'm trying to swap accounts. I'm swapping windows using Alt-Tab, and Alt is a bash, so it ends up bashing when I try to swap. Alt-Tab, bash! So I'm just waiting patiently
If
for the
you
next
have
7 minutes.
supplies to trade, I can be of service.
This is what she's seeing, so I can toggle back and forth. Whee! Just clicky clicky inside of OBS. It's an interesting feature.
Stock
I'll probably vend on him
now
first, though.
while supplies
I'm just going to back out of
are
both.
available.
And I'm sorry, I'll just move away from the vendor bot, because those emotes get annoying. There's a mod that you can install that silences vendor bots, but I'm not around them enough for me. It can, I think it silences all robots in the game. So like even your own little Collectron over here, it will silence. Camp for now, so they don't burn through their so they don't burn through their food and water too quickly. Oh, she needs more cake. She is out of cake. I use cake for my food because it's free, and I have a generator for it at each of my camps. So rather than using a perfect bubble, which if we look at what that does, perfect bubblegum, no hunger or thirst for 60 minutes. Seems nice, right? But they're hard to get. You get them through. You can get them from the daily Atomic Shop rewards for free. You can get one, or you can buy them from the Atom Shop, or I think some types of events can reward them. I honestly can only think of two. Just the daily free gift from the store, or the is that it? I don't remember. Anyway, you might think, oh, well, just use one of those. No, the problem is with using this is that some legendary armor mods require a perfect bubblegum to craft. I don't know if I've learned any of them yet. Let's look. There we go. I can't craft an Overeater's legendary mod without a perfect bubblegum. And if I use up all my perfect bubblegum, then I can't craft an Overeater's legendary mod. And that's a good mod to make. I've explained to you that, you can, if you have 5 pieces with Overeaters, that's a 30% damage reduction right off the top of any damage incoming. Let's see if there's another one. Most of these are pretty easy to get. You can either craft them like serums, they're easy to craft. Lead, I've got tons of lead. Floating flamer pus sacks, I can go gather those pretty easily from creatures. Sneak baubles, I've got tons of baubles on a mule. I don't have anything else. It might just be the Overeaters, but, I don't want to blow through those and end up having to, go to the store. Atomic Shop, okay, I've run out. So I'm like, shit, now I have to go buy, perfect whatevers. Oh, the store was a reset for the day. See, 15 perfect bubblegum for 500 atoms. Or if I just need, or just I want to make 5 Overeater things, I can buy 6 of them for 250. But why would I waste 250 atoms on that? Right? I mean, it's nice if they're free for the day, like that. Let me go to the Atom Shop on the other character real quick and get my free carry weight booster. Unlocked. Okay, so what are some of these dailies I could probably knock out? View a best build camp, okay. Complete an event while well fed. Buy an item or sell an item to another player. Okay, to do that you have to have a vendor. So let's put down a little vendor here. Do I have space in this character? In this character's camp for a vendor. Let's look here. Okay. This is... Okay, if I hold down V, I go into the edit mode for this camp, because this is her camp. And I'm going to vendors. Let's just put down a little register here. Let's change colors though. Let's make it bright red. There we go. Oh, good. Okay, now that it's there, it doesn't have to be powered to operate, just to light up and do fun things. So let's just sell a Flatwoods Monster card for 12 caps. Why not? Okay. So now we have this is in the vending slot, right? 1 out of 120 slots used. So now, and they both have the same daily, which we look in here, right? Buy an item from or sell an item to another player. It has to be through a vendor. So if I shop, and I can see that she's selling this Flatwoods Monster card. Now listen to all the sounds that get made on both accounts when I buy this. So they both completing that daily. So now I'm going to go in and you can see me remove this item. Bloop. See it disappear? Alright, so what's next? Destroy a robot. Ooh, that's a fun one. Craft any chems. Ooh, Well, I think we can do that. I think he already completed that, didn't he? Oh no, he must have done that when before. Let's see. Let's just create a couple stim packs. There we go. Let's do the same thing on her. Does she? Oh. Okay, he has to. He's backed away. Let's see if I can make anything on her. I can make stim pack diffusers. All right, good, good. What else can she do? Cripple super mutants' heads. Destroy robots. Complete an event while well fed. All right, so let's see. After a while, best build camps should start appearing. Here's one. Let's go visit this camp. Even though it's a private this is a private server, it starts to populate if you've been there a while. It finds best build camps, which is a new thing, and it sort of picks them and populates your server with them so that you can do things like this. Like you can complete this particular thing. Now, it's not a real camp in that you can actually, you know, do everything. Like, this is a vendor bot that does nothing. The cannon machine, like, these will work because they don't require certain things. But, like, if I go to, let's see, if something creates a resource, I don't think these can be used. I don't think they actually generate resources. I don't want to unlock it either because I don't want to get I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to lockpick. But like, some of these things will still work. Like the slot machines will still work. Even though this doesn't really belong to anyone anymore. It's sort of been yoinked away from the owner and just sort of given to the public. But it's based on the design created by the owner. So it's sort of the owner's, but sort of not. When it's this copied over from the real one. Hard to explain. So it's their camp, but it's not really their camp. It's a duplicate based on their camp that has partial functionality. It inherits all of the attributes, but has only partial functionality. So it's public. So what's nice is if he has a bunch of defenses here, like if he has a bunch of turrets, this is a bit of a safe spot you can wait, right? Because it's going to defend itself against invasions. But I don't see any turrets here. He saved on costs and ended up putting lots of doodads everywhere instead. Like, see all the silly lights? See all the silly lights and decorations? He obviously, or she obviously prioritized putting lots of little things in the nooks and crannies, you know, as opposed to, you know, building more defensively. I'm very pragmatic when I build. I build basically the minimum that I need to as far as like frills go, and I put in lots of defenses because I don't like losing my camp shit. Okay, so that's one down. Let's go kill robots. Going over to my camp, Water Chill. This one's always a fun one because I have a giant building full of robots right there. Take some cake and water and keep my bars up. I'm not really on an XP spree, so I'm not going to bother eating any foods or buffing up like crazy. And I'm only going to kill enough to satisfy the requirement for the thing. So I only need to kill a few more. One more. This time I'll choose the weak spot if I can get close enough without getting too much aggro from the other ones. So the weak spot of the Gutsies is their thruster. Alright. 10 out of 10, 4 of 6 daily challenge complete. Come back to the camp. The vendors have reset. It's 106. They reset 6 minutes ago. Okay. I'm safe here, but I don't want to hear the NPCs scream at me all the time, so I'm just going to come up here and wait and hide. And this is the main guy. That's where I just parked her. So now he is going to go kill robots. And I'm going to use my caravan build. And I'm going to use this weapon. And now normally I would change to troubleshooter armor for this. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. That way you can see the effect. So, Social Security, Secret Service, troubleshooter, chest, left arm, left leg, right arm, right leg. This one has int. This one has poison resist, PER, which is the third, or the second perception, that's it. I don't know why my brain blanks out. And then fire resist, that's what that is. I have 1 sentinel piece, 1 reduced fall damage, 1 junk weight, and 1 BLK, which is defenders, damage taken while blocking, and then this one has a jet as well. Whee for jet. Now, what's great about this is I can just stand there and take almost no damage. See this? Now, if I switch to my public event build, this one also has ricochet. See ricochet right there? So it's going to reflect damage back to the robot. They are changing this in the next patch to where the damage reflected is a lot. So that'll be fun. Oh, bye robot. Very powerful gun. Very powerful gun. Ooh, mentats. Use that to make berry mentats. Almost all these robots should die with very few hits. Especially as I keep going, because I have adrenaline. So as you keep killing things, your damage goes up and up and up. He's behind. Man, how am I missing? There we go. Damage is going up. Two more. I'll do one for good measure. Is that a legendary? No. Diseased. I saw extra text in front of it. Ooh, berry mentats. I can't believe it. Okay, let's just go back to my base. So they both have done their robots. Alright, now let's see what they're going to do now. Craft an alcoholic beverage, because this character has a Fallout First account, so he can also do that one, the second one in the list. So to do that, we're going to go to the... Normally I would just create one at the cooking stove here, but they've recently added this brewer's tower, so I can just go in here.
Will not be accepting.
Oh wait, no, that's right. That's the ferment an item. I actually have to craft it this time. Okay, well, beer is like corn and what else? So I'm just going to grab all these veggies. Just going to grab everything because I forget what takes what. Let's get a bunch of veggies. Melons, nut fruit. Okay. Now I'm going to grab some boiled water for my boiler. Cooking stove. Oh wait, no, not cooking stove. Not cooking stove. Brewing station. There we go. Beers. Fermentable ballistic Bock. There we go. Now I'll throw that in the fermenter. Well, why not? I'll throw all these in there. I don't really use alcoholic beverages in the game, and almost none in real life as well. Okay, that's 10 out of 10. Usually on special occasions. My blood pressure doesn't do well with it. Okay, now, cripple a super mutant's head. Well, we know where there's super mutants. They would be down here at Westtech. That's easy. Alright, so she's going down there as well. I can't begin to tell you how good the air smells here right now. It's like, you know how you go to the state fair or the county fair and you smell these smells of people cooking all these really amazing foods and you're like, I must eat some of that right now. Here, let's go stealth. Sneak DPS, Fixer, which is a suppressed weapon, and we can go, let's just wait there for a moment, and then we'll bring her over, and I need to swap back to my unyielding gear on him. Alright. She's here as well, just in case I damn...
The strongest super mutant.
Okay, so cripple super mutant's head. Okay, they sense there's something here. She's doing the same thing. Oop, there is a 3-star over there. So let's basically... I'm going to park her right over here so she's close enough to loot when he... star. Ooh, a 1-star too. Nice. I love how fast things. Stealth or otherwise, it's just insane. Okay. Now she picked up items as well. And yep, she got it all too. Very useful for when it comes time to comes time to crunch to try to learn things. Alright, so what do we have now? We have complete an event while, and then she still has oh, that's it. They both have to complete an event while well fed, and both of them have to complete a third event. So the easiest way to do that is to go back to her place. Do this not doing public events. Let's set his camp back to Water Chill, which is my favorite place to be in the game. We'll go to her place. And we're going to run over to a specific place where I can start an event and complete it, and it's very easy to do. In fact, this is an event you want to do every time you log in when it's either the Spooky Scorched or the Christmas Scorched. It's a really great place to, let's switch back to my super duper build. I didn't like this for a while because it's noisy, but oh my god, it is powerful, as I say. It's amazing. Tell you what, let's go that way. That way I have ricochet as well. I guess I could be in third person if you don't like the first person view, but I really don't like third person in this game for some reason. This event right here. So now I'm going to bring her over. She's sprinting from the train station. Now it seems scary, right? You've got this Scorch Beast flying around, but he's actually neutral. He's white. He's not red. Or she. I don't know what it is. I suppose it could be she because they lay eggs. Like, see that? See how the text is white and the bar is white? It's basically just a way to scare new players because we're basically in like a Lobby area. We're still in the forest, which is like the starting zone, if you will. So I'm going to come over here. Crouch down. Sorry, I guess you couldn't see because I wasn't on that character. Okay, there you go. See the white text of the name at the top? So this Scorch Beast won't attack you. Okay, so fire a flare. Yeah, that's just a way to scare new players. They're like, what the F is flying around?
Message. Radar has spotted an inbound cargo bot. Secure the landing zone so we can make the drop. We need those supplies, but the cargo bot's going to attract attention, so get ready for a fight.
Yeah, this is a really easy event to complete at almost any level. So it's a good candidate if you want to be able to fire up an event. You don't want to have to claim a public workshop, go through all that. You just want a quick, easy event. Just come here, and hopefully no one's done it on the server because it takes a while to reset. That's the only drawback. I can do it because I'm on a private server. Tell you what, I'll go third person for you. I find third person to be less precise for the way I play this game. Like normally my character would be off to the left, but I can't stand shoulder cam. So I'd rather just get rid of this thing blocking my view by going a few feet closer, because it's the same view. Of course, now I have this giant gun in my face, but I normally am using either the Fixer or the Handmade, so it's less obtrusive. Thank God for ESP mods. Otherwise, these guys would be next to impossible to see. Alright, so I'm going to let her have some of the... Hello, Bree. Again, she has the same mods. Her weapon is silenced. Has a suppressor on it because it's a Fixer. Alright, good. She's still in her supplemental build. Her job is to basically make him better. But she's still pretty powerful otherwise. Even in this configuration. Does she not have gun fu? No, she doesn't. Okay, that's why I'm having to reacquire targets every time. That should be it.
Attention responders. Cargo bot is now on final approach. Eyes to the sky, people.
Need to make sure they're both well fed. Yeah. When it completes. Okay, good. Now they can run around and loot things. So now that I've finished all the waves and protected the drop site, a cargo bot is going to fly in and drop a payload pretty much right where the big symbol is on the ground. So I just have to stay here and wait for that. You can hear it. There it is, with a little quest marker on it. Complete and now I am at, whoops. Yay! I've done all the things that she can do. She can't craft an alcoholic beverage because she doesn't have a subscription, but she did all the things she can do. And for the weekly, the only thing she can't do now is to finish this one because I can only do it tomorrow. Alright. Done all the dailies. All the weeklies. He's going to go around and collect all the crap from the bodies because when you kill things, they drop whatever ammunition you use to kill them. And it's usually, if you can kill very quickly in like 1 or 2 or 3 shots, you tend to get more than you put into it. So like it might take me only 2 bullets or even 1 bullet to kill these scorched, but you can see I just got several back, right? 5, 10. So these railway spikes, I initially started out with like 300 of them like 2 days ago. Now I have 809 of them on me. So they'll have their ammo that they use, like the shotgun shell, but they'll also redrop stuff that I used to make them go down. And my ribs are at 196. The ambient temperature in the cooking pan covered in foil is also 196. So nice, very consistent temperature. All right. Crunch some of this crap down. I might just not do public events for the day because I'm sort of itching to get back into D4. I was having a lot of fun on that Sork. And there's nothing that I have to do now that can't wait. Okay, so here's one of the problems with the way I have my system set up. See how these weapons have a period in front of them? It's because I use an add-on or a mod called Save Everything. Anything that has either a period or an underscore in front of the name cannot be crunched, cannot be deleted, cannot be dropped, cannot be sold. So like if I try to scrap these weapons, notice it says, see where it says scrap down here? Notice how I can scrap these two, it becomes active, but as soon as I swap to an item with a period, it becomes inactive. I can't, if I hit spacebar, I can't do anything with it. If I come over here to try to drop it, like if I come over here and try to drop, see how the R over here is active? As soon as I pick one that has a period, it's inactive. I can't drop these items. Same thing with my armor. I can't drop these. I can't drop my Union Power armor. It basically safeguards you against cannibalizing your own gear through some inadvertent action. But the problem is there are some items that naturally begin with a period, like a 50 cal machine gun. So to do anything with this, I have to rename it. I have to hit X, V, and then I just put in some random gibberish. Get back out of here. Now I can go crunch it. I love the safeguard. And it's worth having to do that, trust me. I think the default is a dash, but I don't like the name. I don't like having something that wide in front of most of these names, so I picked the narrowest thing that is easy on my eyes, which is a period. I could put a comma, and that wouldn't interfere, but period is fine. It's sort of like a programmer thing. You know, with dot notation, I guess. Just dot something, and then that's the whatever. You can see it in here, too. All these leading dots in front of things, and leading dots, and then my power armor and my stealth armor is all leading underscore. That way they sort to the bottom of the list, because it's alphabetized, right? And I'll worry about all this other stuff later. And I'm not even going to bother vending now. I'll vend either later tonight to get more caps back, or I'll vend in the morning. I'm not going to stream it because you've already seen what it looks like. It doesn't change. You've seen me buy gold. You've seen me vend things that this vendor bought. You've seen me do my dailies for the score. You've seen me do a public event for, well, not a public event, but an event. A public event would be one that's officially, like, that happens every 20 minutes, that appears somewhere on the map. Like, there's nothing going on now. You'll occasionally see something in the world activity here, or you'll see, you'll see it on the map, like Radiation Rumble. I saw pop up. That's a public event. Basically, what happens is other players will show up and will do it with you. What the hell? Let's go do one. I'll at least show you that before I log out. One. Eviction notice would be amazing. I'll log out here. I'm on my second account, logging out. Now that he's back here, I'll log him out. Now, public events happen every 20 minutes. See this? I have incentive to do it too, see? Repeatable at rank 100 or above. Complete a public event. That's the only way he can get score aside from doing the weekly or the daily. I guess technically it is a weekly, but it's a repeatable weekly. So, Patches is the one that needs to more gold bullion. Let's go back to a public server, not a private server. One where other players are, so that we can complete a public event and I don't have to try to do it all by myself, which is sometimes next to impossible or impossible. Sometimes it's really easy, like the Mirelurk one that happens at this lake right, where is it? I guess it's right here. This lake by the Pioneer Scout Camp. There's a lake here, and you have to keep the Mirelurks from reaching the islands. And it's really easy to solo, because you get basically 3 groups of Mirelurks. They all spawn in one location, and then they all sort of try to make their way to the island. So you basically just go over, and with a commando build, you just pot shot them in the head. Boom, 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 dead. It's amazing. He's online. Let me bring him to her. He was able to get a server that doesn't block her camp location. Those sounds you're hearing are her account. Me doing things over there. Let's see, who has a public team? There's no public teams? Wow. Okay, I'll join it on him. And now she's on Patches. Or he's on Patches. The Bree account. Why is that? Well, because she's the one who's fallen way behind as far as collecting gold bullion. Right now she should have 2,200. So she has to earn another 722 to catch up. But fortunately she has a few weeks to do it. God, I love the handmade weapon. It is the most chill rifle in the game. When it's silenced, it's like it doesn't jump around too much. I guess it was jumping around, but like, look at this. See, my aiming point only goes up very slowly as I unload a clip. I can even make it jump up less than that. But it's just so nice and quiet when it's suppressed. Even the fixer has a little bit more noise to it and is kind of annoying. That's right, her bed is up on top. And she doesn't have a jetpack, so I can't boost her up. Okay, so we're going to sleep in our beds, because we're going to do a public event, and we will get a little XP from it. Go sleeping now. It's amazing. There's no other public groups. Are they all? There we go. It's like all private groups. Encrypted. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's go do that. It is like one of the better events. This one can happen at any time. Someone just has to money to make it. The summoning assault. And then
Alright, listen up, agents. If you're hearing this, that means I left unfinished business for you. That don't sit well with me.
okay.
I've just initiated the
Bright
recall
is in
process
place.
for a rogue Assaultron. A tough one.
It's like 2,000
Got a shield so strong, hardly
2,000
anything
caps to
can
try
hit
to
it.
make this. Okay, I want her to also get XP. So, public event,
Set up around the area.
tanky build.
Lining one of these up makes you a conduit. Long story short, that means you're full of juice. Juice that pumps from you right into that robot shield. You'll need all 40 active to down it. Good luck. Hope you feel
This event used to be much more difficult than it is now. Yeah, she's not really set up to be really good at public event. Oh, there's the Assaultron. See that beam? Sheep's Watch. Where is it? It's a stealth unit, so there it is. It's running around killing people because they're not really ready for it. She could probably kill me too. So what you do is these pylons, there's a pylon there, for example. You have to go hit the pylon and you become a conduit for the energy damage. And if 3 players hit the conduits, then, okay, there's one person. Crimsonite 101 is a conduit. I would not dare to do it. I can do it on bridge easily. I basically switch to the troubleshooter armor and he just laughs in the Assaultron's face. Come on, people. Become conduits. I can't do it. Okay, we have two conduits now. Wired Weirdo is a conduit. Now, somebody do at number 3. It's right over there. Okay, there we go. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. There we go. And now I should get 1 out of 3 here. There we go. 1 out of 3 events completed. And they can hurt. Okay, where did that Assaultron land? It blows up, and so there it goes. So the beautiful thing about this event, and why I always try to run for it when I see it pop up. Someone has to craft a special item, and they insert it into this terminal. Like, they use the terminal. I'll show you what it looks like. Unlock recall system. Use key card. So the key card is the thing, but it's just been used, so I can't use one. Even if I had one, it won't use it. It's like a 2-3 hour cooldown per server before someone can use one again. And you can buy those cards from the vendor bots for like 1750 caps when you are like, you know, when you have all the perks. Otherwise it's like 2500 caps or something like that. So it's expensive to buy. So hats off to whoever starts this. I love them for it. And then they also have to have a serum. One of the serums and some other ingredients to craft it. Okay, so why do we do public events? Why do we do all this stuff? Because we get treasury notes. Right? I got 4 treasury notes from doing this. My other character, look real quick, I'll just look at it. Even though she didn't participate, she should have also gotten treasury notes. Yep, she got 4 treasury notes. And so what we're going to do now is go to a place called the core, or the crater, sorry. I'm going to go to the core of the crater. I'm going to go loot the elite on her as well. Okay, so she looted the sheep squatch. Now she's also going to go to the core, or the crater core. Now when you're in here, you can go to this little machine over here,
Those blood
which
eagles
lets you
are
exchange
crazy.
treasury notes,
something weird
which you
about
earn at public events, among other things, and you can trade them for gold. So watch her 1477 go up by 40, because each treasury note buys 10 gold bullion. Boom, 1517.
Meg better hope
So
coming
she's
here
that
pays
much
off.
closer to getting
She
2200.
won't last long if it doesn't.
Now I'm going to do the same thing on my other character, on my other account. You can hear it, but not see it. Okay, there we go. I'm going to bring her back to her camp at Morgantown. And that's enough for today. I satisfied the requirement to show you what a public event was like. And that was good for me. Now you know what all that stuff is. And honestly, send Patches back to her camp. And Bright is going to stay at hers. Grab the Nuka-Cola from the machine. I'm going to log her out because I'm done for now. I'm going to park her back at her camp. Oh, you also get legendary modules from public events. Between like 1 and 5, or maybe even 6. So, and you use those for legendary crafting, including making the legend. And so that is enough. And I bid you adieu.